Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Jotun by In Flames. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. I'm not actually sure what the pronunciation is, but yeah, that's what I'm going with. So, anyway, this song, as always, comes to you as a request from one of my viewers. So, if you want to be that person to request something, just leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to add it to my list. Now, I gotta say, I've heard a few songs by In Flames at this point in my life. I've heard their entire most recent album, which is what is the name of that album? It's been a while since I've actually sat and listened to it, but it was released in 2019. I'm assuming that's the most recent one, but I heard that entire album. I've heard bits and pieces of their other work. Like, I've actually heard a song from this album. I was looking at it. The album Horacle came out in 1997. I heard the song. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and look. I totally forgot. Let me go back here where it has the song listing. Gyroscope. I've heard that song. I actually really like it. But that's the only song I've heard off of this album. So I really haven't heard much In Flames. I've heard songs here and there, really. And it looks like I had not realized they had been around this long, like 1997 for this album. I don't even know if this is their first album. And then, like I said, they just released one in 2019. So, yeah. They've been around for a while. Some longevity on this band, right? All right, anyway, I'll stop talking. Let's listen to Jotun by In Flames. Here we go. Ooh, nice and quick, okay. Wow. That was awesome. Fast and heavy. That was awesome. Let me let it finish up here before I really start talking about it. But yeah, I like that. I think what really grabbed me the most was that opening guitar and drum piece there. Man, the opening instrumentals was so cool. I was instantly hooked. They could have almost done whatever they wanted with the rest of the song, but that opening guitar and drums, the whole opening instrumentation, just really grabbed me on that one. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, I liked the style too. Just again, fast and heavy. And honestly, it looks like it clocks in just under 4 minutes here. It felt like a longer song. I think it was just because it was so quick, almost brutal and unrelenting in a way. So it was a lot of fun to listen to. So anyway, let's break the song down like we always do, of course, starting with those lyrics. So let's see, a little bit of information here, though. It says Jotun. I continue to hope I'm saying that right. I actually haven't really listened to the way he's saying it. I have no idea how he pronounced it, if he even says the word. It comes from Norse mythology. Therein, Jotunheim is one of 9 worlds connected to the Tree of Life. I have no idea how to say this. Yggdrasil? No idea. Jotunheim is almost completely covered by forests. Many different kinds of forests inhabited by different animals, in particular big predators. That's kind of cool. So I love mythology, and when you can put it into music, even better. So anyway, let's take a look. I often dream of huge, numb buildings, jet black, sinister architecture being installed when nobody sees, their appearance so sudden that few would take notice. And when I wake up, I imagine being crushed by one, imagining its weight, its silence, and the absence of excuses for a havocked life. And the privilege of a 22-kilometer tombstone. Interesting. Okay, so let me go back and look at what it said about Jotunheim, connected to the Tree of Life, almost completely covered by forests. So, excuse me, maybe he's saying like the big city is like the modern Jotunheim. And it says it's inhabited by different animals, in particular big predators. Maybe the humans are the big predators now. So that's, I mean, if it really is tied to, I guess, mythology in that way, that's sort of how I'm reading it, is that it's a forest of buildings. It's a forest of technology, and maybe they don't necessarily agree with that. I imagine being crushed by one, imagining its weight, its silence, and the absence of excuses for a havocked life, and the privilege of a 22-kilometer tombstone. Like, this city will be my death or something. And then the hook says, Jotun, a body of black that carried no reflection, defying its own room, unearthly eggs of decreation. Is that right? I haven't heard that word before. There would be colonies, mushrooms scattered forever out of context, rising spores from a dying world to pollute, to chase away what's left. Sun-white, pulverized desert, stone and serpentine, lizard mouths, pales away the pyramids, rewriting 4,500 years of history. Yeah, I have no idea. Raping the Statue of Liberty outplays the Acropolis, inverting the fords, invades the New York skyline to dream its own existence in one single final word. I kind of still get like, hey, it's cities are the modern Jotun, but maybe they shouldn't be. I don't know. A body of black that carried no reflection, defying its own room, unearthly eggs of decreation. A body of black that carried no reflection, defying its own room, unearthly eggs of decreation. Can we identify them as the flint buried in our reptile skulls, or the time bomb coded in our DNA? A body of black that carried no reflection, defying its own room, unearthly eggs of decreation. Either this song is not about like anything in particular, or I'm just not smart enough to fully understand it. Because again, my big takeaway is like, yeah, it's talking about Jotunheim as being like categorized by forests in mythology. So my question is like, again, is the big city the modern Jotunheim? We've cut down forests to build cities and build other stuff. And is it sort of a cursed existence in some ways? So I don't know. Lyrically, I think it's interesting though, which is always a plus. I feel like gives you kind of something to think about. Like I said, I love mythology, so to get to like be introduced, I guess, through a song, a different sort of facet of mythology that I had never really heard of. I think it's just kind of cool. So just from cool factor alone, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up lyrically. I thought it was fun. As far as the instrumentation goes, like I said, there was a lot to really like here. That opening instrumental there was just so cool. It really brought me into the song, nice and fast and heavy, and just exactly what you want out of a metal song to start off. But when they got into sort of the meat of the song, I did enjoy the vocal performance. He has a very harsh voice, I feel like. But I think it really works here. You know, with me, I like my metal to have a little bit of melodic singing as well as sort of the screaming. I didn't really get that here, but that's okay. I think it works in the song. I mean, obviously, not every song has to please me completely, but that's just a preference of mine when it comes to metal. I like the melodic singing with the screaming involved too. But I think his voice is harsh in a way, but to me, it doesn't really sound like screaming that I'm used to from other metal acts. I feel like it's not as maybe heavy as other screaming vocals that I've heard, while still having enough heaviness to really draw you in as a metal fan. So I don't know, maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. But the guitar throughout, not just the beginning part, was also very enjoyable. Just a lot of really great things to enjoy here. A lot of great drum work too. I think the drums really pulled me into this song as well throughout. So instrumentally and vocally, I thought it was a really good performance. I give it 2 big thumbs up here. And then as far as replay value, you already know it's going to go on the playlist. I like the quickness of it. Again, it felt like a longer song than just 4 minutes, and I think that was just because they were punching you in the face from the get-go and really keeping the energy and the rhythm up in the song. So just really fun to listen to. It's going on the playlist. I love that opening line. I'm going to come back to this song just for that opening instrumentation to begin the song. So 2 big thumbs up across the board. I had a great time listening to this one. Hopefully you did too. Thank you so much for whoever requested it. As always, if you want to be that person and request a song on my channel, just leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to add it to my list. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, of course, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And one place you can definitely find this song is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below. It has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. And of course, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. Alright guys, that's going to be it. Hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye for now.